Hello and welcome to today's session. We want to look at fire and how to fight fire. So our topic is fire and firefighting. And before we go on, we need to understand what is fire. And fire is the rapid extension of a combustible material, e.g. fuel, in an exothermic chemical process or reaction, which will lead to release of heat, light, and various reaction products. Fire is usually fought or is put off by the use of what we call fire extinguishers. And we want to understand some little bit of fire. Fire has four components which must exist at the same time for us to have fire. So the number one component is we must have enough oxygen to sustain combustion. Number two, we have enough heat to raise the material to its ignition temperature. Number three is some sort of fuel or combustible material. And then number four, we must have the reaction itself. That's the chemical or exothermic reaction. Uh, Fire triangle. Fire triangle is the combination of the elements that we've looked at in the above slide. So we've said there must be oxygen, there must be heat, there must be fuel. And then this must happen in a chemical reaction. So essentially, the fire triangle is the three components which are essential for fire to happen, to exist. That is oxygen, heat, and fuel. And this must be or must happen in an environment where you have a chemical reaction or an exothermic reaction. Oxygen, heat, and fuel are frequently referred to as the fire triangle. Then we add in the fourth element, which is the chemical reaction, and then we have now what we call the fire tetrahedron. The important thing to remember is take any of these four things away and you will not have a fire, or the fire will be extinguished. So essentially, fire extinguishers put out fire by taking away one or more elements of the fire triangle or tetrahedron. Fire safety, at its most basic, is based upon the principle of keeping fuel sources and ignition sources separate. Classifications of fuels. Not all fuels are the same, and if you use the wrong type of fire extinguisher on the wrong type of fuel, you can in fact make matters worse. It is therefore very important to understand the four different classifications of fuel. So we have four classifications of fuels. Number one classification is class A, which consists of wood, paper, cloth, trash, plastics, solid combustible materials that are not metals. Class B classification, we have flammable liquids, gasoline, oil, grease, acetone, any non-metal in a liquid state. Class C, we have electrical fuels, any energized electrical equipment, as long as it is plugged in, it can be considered to be a class C fuel. Class D, we have metals basically, and examples of the metals we have potassium, sodium, aluminium, and magnesium. Point to note, most fire extinguishers will have a pictograph telling you which fuels the extinguisher is designed to fight. Types of fire extinguishers. Number one, we have air pressurized water extinguishers, which is shortened to APW, which stands for air pressurized water. These are large silver extinguishers which are filled about 2/3 of the way with ordinary tap water. Then the water is pressurized with normal air. They stand 2 feet tall and weigh approximately 25 pounds when full. And these type of extinguishers are designed to fight class A fire. These are fire which are caused by wood, paper, and cloth. Carbon dioxide extinguishers, another type of fire extinguisher, carbon dioxide extinguishers. These are filled with non-flammable carbon dioxide gas under extreme pressure. They can be recognized by its hard horn and lack of pressure gauge. They have a hard horn on them, and they don't have what you call a pressure gauge on them. The pressure in the cylinder is so great that when you use one of these extinguishers, bits of dry ice may shoot out of the horn. The CO2 cylinders are red and range in size from 5 pounds to 100 pounds or larger. In the larger sizes, the hard horn will be located on the end of a long, flexible hose. The CO2s are designed for Class B and C fires. Carbon dioxide extinguishers work by displacing oxygen or taking away the oxygen element of the fire triangle. The carbon dioxide is also very cold as it comes out of the extinguisher, so it cools the fuel as well. CO2s may be ineffective at extinguishing Class A fires because they might not be able to displace enough oxygen to successfully put the fire out. And Class A materials may also smolder and ignite. The CO2s will frequently be found in laboratories, mechanical rooms, kitchens, and flammable liquid storage areas. And number 3 type of extinguisher, we have dry chemical extinguishers. Dry chemical extinguishers put out fire by coating the fuel with a thin layer of dust, separating the fuel from the oxygen in the air. The powder also works to interrupt the chemical reaction of fire, so these extinguishers are extremely effective at putting out fire. These extinguishers will be found in a variety of locations, and new buildings will have them located in public hallways. They may also be found in laboratories, mechanical rooms, break rooms, chemical storage areas, offices, university vehicles, etc. Dry chemical extinguishers with powder designed for Class B and C fires may be located in places such as commercial kitchens or areas with flammable liquids.